5. Birthday present. After my adventure with Joseph, I returned to the barracks washed up and redressed into my military uniform. The other cadets were enjoying their leisure time talking or flipping through smuggled magazines. I took a seat on the bed, brushing away an offer from another cadet to look over the magazine he had taken from the other recruits. Instead, I took a book from under my bunk and studied. Steps echoed, and I heard the rush of cadets muttering as they tried to hide their contraband before scattering. I lifted my eyes from the pages of the book and glanced over the trim of the cover, catching sight of a man in a white coat, standing over a bunk and taking a magazine from a cadet's hands. I immediately sat up when I realized it was Dr. Nicholson and the staff sergeant. Dr. Nicholson handed the magazine to the sergeant, who ordered the cadet up and out of the barracks. Dr. Nicholson turned toward me. I leapt to my feet. He was looking around, but I caught his eyes spot the books on the bed where I had dropped them. I saluted him. He echoed my gesture. "What brings you here so late, Dr. Nicholson?" "At ease, John. I just wanted to congratulate you on your first capture." Capture? I'd done very little. At least that's what I thought. "Joseph's report detailed great promise in your performance." I was delighted to hear the news. "That is why you have been selected as part of the Venator division, along with 9 others." I tried to contain my excitement. "Congratulations," he said. I stood, speechless, thinking of Jack's words. "Are you ready for what's out there?" Was I? "Your sergeant will give you your orders. You'll transfer to the new Venator quarters and begin the required training." I nodded almost immediately. He smiled back, then narrowed his eyes at the book on my bed. "What are you working on tonight?" I was doing further reading in Spanish and German. I enjoy the languages very much, sir. "I will have to put that passion to good use one of these days." A small smile fashioned his slim lips. He picked the book off the bed and turned the pages. Around us, the other cadets were anything but at ease. They always tried to avoid conversing with him. "Thank you, sir." "I hope that Joseph is a good fit for you. He will be your mentor, guardian, and bodyguard throughout your journey as a hunter. Do you find him well-fitted?" His brow became a curious crease on the peachy color of his face, delighting me that he would ask. I had a choice, and that was a surprise to me. "Yes, sir." "He seems quite fond of you." I rejoiced, letting a look of surprise wash over my face. He put the book down on the bed. "Of course, I disregard such nonsense, but a solid hunter and guardian relationship is essential. What is your take on him? Does he challenge you? He can be replaced, but now would be the best time to make those recommendations." "No," I was quick to reply. He waited. "Forgive me, sir. He's a great mentor. Yes, I like him." He smiled. "Very good, then. He'll be officially appointed to you." He turned to the sergeant who had come over to his side. The sergeant had something in his hands. "I have something for you as well." He had a box tucked beneath one arm. When he approached Dr. Nicholson, he lifted the lid. "Take it," Dr. Nicholson ordered me. Inside was a beautiful gun. I lifted the weapon from its case and handled it expertly, opening the clip and messing with the mechanisms. "It is a Desert Eagle. It will help you when you are out on your first mission. Enjoy it. You've earned it." The gun was decorated in black characters. I ran my fingers over the etched surface. It was truly beautiful. This hadn't been the first time he had presented me with something special. Usually they were books, but a few weapons had been gifted. This was something far more special than the others, though. "The universal sign of life and energy," I said, regarding the characters on the body of the weapon. I smiled. This had to be the best of the items he'd ever presented me with. "Thank you, sir. I will not let you down." I do not think you will. I had a question, Dr. Nicholson. Well, two, actually. Go ahead. Is today my birthday? Ever since I've known you, you have always given something to me on this date. There was hesitation, as if he wasn't sure how to answer my question. He moved closer, closing the lid of the box, and instructed the sergeant to move away. The man did as he was told. Standing face to face, he said, Yes, this is your birthday, John. What is your other question? I was slightly surprised, but not sure about which part. The fact that I had a birthday was just as confusing as the idea that he presented me with gifts on each one. I saw no one else get the same treatment. What happened to Jack? I bluntly asked. As I have already stated before, I sent him out on a mission. A mission where? Is it the duty of a subordinate to question his superior? No, sir, but I was hoping you would tell me about my friend as a... Well, I see you as a father of sorts, since I have none of my own. I was being honest. He was the only father figure I knew. Someone that seemed to be at every step of my growth within the academy. Through him, I knew Jack. Through him, I would achieve the next phase as a hunter. I knew no one else that would fit the title best. He gave me a tiny grin. He is on a secret mission. You will find out more when it is necessary for you to know. I nodded, disappointed to hear I would not see him again. Happy birthday, John, Dr. Nicholson said. Thank you, Dr. Nicholson. He and the staff sergeant left me there with my new weapon and disappeared out of the barracks. The cadets all returned to the leisure time, except now they were all gathered around me to see the firearm I had been presented with. All were in awe and all were wanting to feel it.